You ready?
Pretty soon. All right, welcome to SATV's broadcast on YouTube live stream for this game tonight between the visiting 7-0 Lewisburg Green Dragons and the home Shamokin area Indians, also boasting an undefeated 7-0 record. Big game here tonight at Kent Memorial Stadium, and Shamokin's final home game of this season, for the regular season at least, that is. I'm pretty sure they're almost guaranteed to have some home games here in the playoffs coming up soon in a couple weeks. But that's for then. Now we have Lewisburg here coming in, and it's no secret who Lewisburg's team revolves around, and that's Jeremiah Davis, senior running back, number 3 for Lewisburg, is averaging over 155 rushing yards a game. He has almost 2/3 of their total yards on offense, 16 touchdowns on the year. He is undeniably who the Indians are going to be keying on stopping tonight, and he's probably going to be the key of the game, honestly, for both Lewisburg and Shamokin. As a team, Lewisburg's averaging 234 rushing yards a game, 7.2 yards a carry, so they are certainly more of a run-first offense, and the Indians know it. They're going to be keying in on that run game, and it's going to be a battle down in their trenches. It's probably going to be who wins the game is who wins that battle down there in the trenches. The senior quarterback, Chase Weinrich for Lewisburg, averages less than 100 passing yards a game. So like I said, they do not air the ball out too much, but they can do it. And when they do, they like to target sophomore wide receiver Jalen Walker, number 13 for Lewisburg. He leads their team with 246 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns on the season for Lewisburg. On defense, they're averaging only 1.4 sacks a game, so not a ton of pressure on the quarterbacks. So the Indians definitely going to want to keep up that mark here tonight. But Lewisburg on defense has picked off 14 different passes, so Steele is definitely going to have to be wary of that. 9 different players have recorded an interception for Lewisburg so far this season, so they have a lot of hands back there in their secondary and their front 7 for Lewisburg. On defense, they're led by senior middle linebacker Quinn Michaels, number 22 out there. He leads the team in tackles with over 8 a game for Lewisburg. Lewisburg, at this point, honestly, hasn't been tested much. They've really only played in one close game, a 26-23 win over Line Mountain in Week 1, who's 5-2, a good team in Line Mountain this season. But other than that, Lewisburg hasn't had much trouble with their schedule, so they are certainly undefeated but relatively untested here tonight. Shamokin certainly proves to be their hardest test to this point in the season. So what are you looking forward to tonight out of Lewisburg's team to see how ready they are for this game?
Well, thanks, Jimmy. It's really an honor and privilege to be here with you tonight. Very, very excited to be here. Shamokin is finally relevant, okay, in this area. All righty.
We're always relevant around here.
Right. Always relevant in this area. As you can see, it's a packed house here on the Shamokin side. The fans are behind them 150%. The community is behind them. I never saw so much purple and white in the community itself. And Coach Persing and his staff has this team playing at such a high, level, and rightly so. And rightly so. They have a nice, young, and an experienced group of players out there that just play exciting football. They're well balanced with Logan Steele, who likes to run, okay, and pass the football. They have a double-headed monster at running back in Jay Skink and Zakim Clinton, and they have some very talented wide receivers, and Chase Pencil and Benny Delbaugh. So Shamokin is a very exciting team. Their offensive line is playing very well, and I'm looking forward to a really exciting game tonight, Jimmy.
Yeah, and obviously the main storyline, other than the obvious, battle of undefeated teams this late into the season, which is always, very anticipated great matchup here, is, of course, Coach Persing, the head coach of the Shamokin area Indians, was Lewisburg's coach for 4 seasons. He went 18-24 as the head coach over at Lewisburg. His last season was in 2020. And we got the fireworks going off here. Oh, a lot of fireworks. That is impressive stuff. They really upped the theatrics here at Kent Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, Jimmy, this is all part of the excitement, that surrounds this football team. They all love it. It's great. It's beautiful to see, that they have, all this going for this football team this year. There's a lot of excitement, and there's going to be a lot of excitement for years to come.
Yeah, unfortunately, the camera can't pan over that far to catch the fireworks, but I'm sure you can hear them over the broadcast. They're still going. It's certainly impressive over there. So, yeah, Coach Persing, he's got his team ready. Of course, this is a revenge game for him. Last season, these two teams met week 1 of the regular season, and Lewisburg came out on top in overtime, 16-13. Lewisburg topped the Indians. Didn't score a single point by a skill position player. All kicks last year for Lewisburg. They had 16 points from their kicker and beat Shamokin here at Kemp Memorial Stadium last season. So they are still, that memory certainly still fresh in their minds. Most of the team is relatively the same as last year for Shamokin. So they certainly remember that one, and they're going to be motivated by that as well here tonight. Another couple nuggets on this Shamokin-Lewisburg matchup. Each of the last 4 meetings between these teams have been decided by 4 points or less. So, I mean, if that's any indication of how good the game is going to be here tonight, and certainly both of these teams are better than they've been in recent years, for sure. So, hopefully it is going to be a very exciting game here tonight. Shamokin, certainly they've been battle-tested coming in this season. Jersey Shore, probably the best team they've played so far, but, I mean, they've had their last 5 games, Shamokin, on their schedule, all against teams that are currently over 500. 7 out of 10 total games that they've played are against teams that are currently over 500. So Shamokin certainly not 7-0 based on how easy their schedule have been. They have been battle-tested, have these Indians.
Yeah, Jimmy, Coach Persing came in with a plan 2 years ago. His first year here, he wanted to close the gap with a lot of these teams, out there in District 4 and the Heartland Conference. And more importantly, have his kids gain confidence, playing against those high-level programs, in the past. And the kids did. The kids did compete. And he's on track. This year, not only are they competing, but they played hard against these teams, and they beat these teams. So, hats off. I mean, Coach Persing is taking it 1 game at a time. And I'm sure he's going to have his kids prepared and ready to go tonight.
Yeah, last season, Coach Persing elected to enter the Indians into the Eastern Conference playoffs instead of going into the district and potentially state playoffs last season. Said that he felt his team wasn't quite ready to hold their own, against the Jersey Shores and the likes of that team last year. I think it was they came just short of winning the championship last year. They were up big in the championship and blew the lead at the end. But I think that was a good experience for those kids to kind of get a feel for playoff football while not being overmatched. But I think this season, of course, we all know they're ready for the challenges this year. So they will certainly be ready for those district playoffs coming up in 3 weeks. Have already clinched their spot, and there will be more home games here in Kemp Memorial Stadium. Looks like they have flipped the coin toss, and we will get ready to hear the playing of the national anthem here at Kemp Memorial Stadium. And we will take a break to observe the national anthem. Great rendition of the national anthem there by the Shamokin area band. Now playing the alma mater of Shamokin.
Jimmy, it looks like we're celebrating Pink Night here at the Shamokin Area Stadium. We're celebrating, the life and legacy of a lot of breast cancer survivors and, any family members that may have been involved in breast cancer. I know during the junior high game on Monday, a lot of my moms got together and we celebrated, had a celebration of life out there, for the people who are breast cancer survivors. So I'd like to reach out to the moms, that did that for us on Monday. They did a great job with that, and it looks like we're doing a great job with that tonight too, with the crowd here.
Yeah, the town is purple here for the Indians, but tonight the stadium is pink for breast cancer awareness. And you can see Lewisburg's wearing a lot of pink socks out there, some of the Shamokin players as well. So certainly good symbol for breast cancer awareness here tonight as we're about to get ready for kickoff. And Lewisburg starts off with an onside kick, and it doesn't go 10 yards, so they try for trickery, and it doesn't quite go the way they planned it. That honestly probably would have worked there if Lewisburg had gotten it to go the 10 yards. Shamokin was caught off guard there. They were not ready for that, but Lewisburg, thankfully for Shamokin, the kick only goes about 9.5 yards instead of the required 10. So Lewisburg falls on it, but it remains Shamokin ball.
Yeah, Lewisburg must have saw something on film, to try that. I think when you're underdogs like you are today, they got to do out some things, and they tried to do something, but they gave Shamokin some great field position to start the game.
Steele starts in the shotgun here, 4 wide for the Indians. Gink up the middle, trying to run through some tackles, gets about maybe a gain of 3 on that first down carry, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 7 here for the Indians. Gink has been the main yard getter on offense here for the Indians this season. Almost 800 yards for Gink on the season, averaging 8.4 yards a carry. Had 222 last week against the Millionaires, so Gink certainly getting stronger as the season goes on. Steele takes it up the middle himself, fighting through some tackles, and he falls forward for a couple more yards. Gain of about 4 once again on that carry. Going to bring up a 3rd and short, maybe 2 here for the Indians.
Yeah, Logan Steele is such a dual threat, Jimmy. He loves to run the ball, and he's not afraid to take on defensive linemen and those linebackers. He took that right up between the guard and tackle and got about 8 yards on the play.
Not only is he a dual threat on offense, he also plays defense. And Gink goes up the right side. Looks like he's probably going to have the first down, and the refs will give him the mark. Not much on the carry, but it's enough for the first down, and the Indians will have a fresh set of downs here.
Shamokin is coming out and showing that running game, that vaunted running game to get them going, and before you know it, they're going to use this running game to set up the pass, so be prepared for it.
And Shamokin has those big men up front to be able to impose their will, and they're going to definitely try and do that all night. This time the handoff goes to Clinton right up the middle, and there's a hole. Bouncing off some tacklers, and he's going to have almost enough for the first down. Looks like they're going to give him about 9 on that first down carry there, and it's going to be 2nd and short. Great first carry there for Clinton.
Yeah, Zagim Clinton gives them just a real nice change of pace in that running game. Totally 2 different styles, of running, where Jace is a shifty. I never seen a runner that changed directions like him, and Zakim is total power when he's running.
It's the
football.
Classic thunder and lightning. Pencil this time takes the end around, tries to get outside, can't quite get the edge on Lewisburg. That was number 58 there for Lewisburg in on the tackle. That is Looks like we don't have a number there.
We don't have a number for
58.
number 58, but
good tackle
yeah,
by him.
nice tackle off the edge there by number 58, the outside linebacker for Lewisburg.
And that brings up a 3rd and short here. Once again, another, well, it looks like they're going to move it back even further. About 3rd and 3 here for the Indians on their first drive in Lewisburg territory. Steele lined up in the shotgun. He's going to give it to Clinton up the middle, and he's going to have the first down and more, carrying defenders across the 25-yard line down to about the 22. And another first down for the Indians as they continue to keep it on the ground on this first drive.
That is Kim Clinton right there. All righty, it looked like he was stopped at the line of scrimmage, kept the feet going, and turned ahead probably for another 10 yards and a big first down, for the Indians.
The Indians now on the 22, knocking on the door of the red zone here on their first drive. 9:03 remaining in this first quarter. The handoff goes to Gink up the middle. Not much doing there. Lewisburg defensive line did a good job sniffing that one out. Maybe a gain of 2 on that first down carry. It'll be 2nd and 8. Yeah, Gink last week, 222 yards against Williamsport. I mean, how impressive is that?
Coach Persing at the beginning of the year predicted that, between Jace Ginkins, the Clinton, and between the yardage that Logan Steele gets from the quarterback position, as a team they were going to rush for 3,000 yards, which is a great accomplishment. And they're very close, to accomplishing that. And you can't forget about Chase Pencil also.
Of course not.
He's the senior leadership, on this team. All right, Coach Persing likes to move him all over the field. They want to get him the ball in the passing game. They run him a lot. All right, but he is a big leader on this team.
So it brings up a 3rd and 4 here for the Indians. Likely 4-down territory, but we'll see what happens here. Carry to Gink. He trips, but looks like he fell forward. I don't think they're going to give it to him. Very close. Looks like it's going to be about 4th and a long 1. So I'm certain they will go for it here.
Yeah, we may get the first look at the what are they calling it in Shamokin now?
I
The
don't know,
Shamokin push, just like the
Yeah.
Eagles used to do it. I think you're going to see. I think they went heavy here, so I think you're going to see the push here,
The
Jimmy.
Shamokin shove.
The Shamokin shove. There they go. They're lined up for it.
It's a long one here, so they're definitely going to have to move the ball. And Steele, he flies over the top, and I think they're going to give it to him. It's going to be close. Yep, they're saying to move him on. Steele, instead of going right in on the shove, he kind of waited behind the line to see what was happening, and he decided to fly over the top. They weren't quite getting the push
that was
underneath.
kind of a different look, than what we were used to in that play in the past. It looks like he hesitated a little bit, looked at where the actual push in the hole was, and he ended up jumping over the pile, of his offensive line and the defense, and picked up a big first down.
It's great football IQ right there from Steele. All right, 1st and 10 now in the red zone for the Indians. Handoff to Clinton off the left side. Makes a man miss in the backfield, and finally brought down by a couple Dragons after a gain of about 2 or 3 on that first down carry. So it's keeping it on the ground.
Shamokin is doing it all on the ground on this first drive.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We'll see what the Indians do here now on the 8-yard line of Lewisburg. They still can get a first down at about the 1-yard line. So 2nd and 7 now, and this penalty flags will fly. Looks like they went off sides, but were they drawn? We're going to find out. They're going to say no, and they're going to call offsides. So the Indians will get a free half the distance to the goal penalty here.
Listen, they felt Lewisburg was coming strong on that defensive front. Logan Steele decided to go to the hard count on that. Smart play on part of Logan's part. They got a free 5 yards there, move them closer to the end zone.
Handoff is to Clinton. He's carrying guys across the goal line, and they're going to say he's in. And Zakeem Clinton carries it into the end zone to put the Indians on the board first in their first drive, and they go up 6-0 pending the extra point by Chase Pencil here. Great first drive by the Indians, all on the ground. And they fired off that cannon.
There it goes.
Feel it in your chest.
It catches us off guard. We know it's coming, Jimmy, but it catches us off guard every time they blow it.
And I'm
You
going
know,
to
they
guess
set that thing off.
I'm going to guess that's not the last time we're going to hear it tonight. And Pencil adds the point after, and Shamokin goes up 7-0 here early against Lewisburg. Around 6 minutes remaining in this first quarter. The Indians bleed half of the first quarter clock on their first drive and go down and score with relative ease.
You know, not only with that drive, but they ran 6 minutes off the clock too, Jimmy. What a ball possession drive they had, and it was all set up. It was 12 plays, all on the ground, and it was set up by that missed onside kick opportunity by Lewisburg.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, yeah, like you said, when you're an underdog in a game like this, you got to take those
you got to
chances.
take chances.
And as we saw, it would have worked. I mean, they sufficiently caught Shamokin off guard there on that opening off onside kick. Just didn't quite get the kick the 10 yards, and that certainly flipped this game in a big way. Shamokin now up 7-0.
Yeah, giving Shamokin a short field at the 50-yard line. You know, if you're not successful at it, you're asking for trouble. Because, boy, they just drove it down there, all on the ground. Great drive for the Indians and a great start for them.
Yeah, big gamble by Lewisburg did not pay off. We'll see how they bounce back from that. Returner across the 10, across the 15, looking for some blocks, and finally brought down shortly after he crossed the 25-yard line. Like that was number 25, Isaiah Bloomfield, on the return for Lewisburg.
All right, so we're going to get our first look at Jeremiah Davis here. He came in with such high expectations for Lewisburg's offense. Talking with Coach Persing last night, talking to him, you know, if Lewisburg has 120 yards of total offense, this kid will have 100 yards of it. So they're going to lean very heavily on him.
And he gets the carry, fights through some tackles there. Looks like we got a good bit after the first contact there. Looks like they're going to give him about 6 on that first down carry. I thought he would stop well before then, but he squirted out the other side and got a couple extra yards there. We're going to call it 2nd and 3 officially here. Just 7 yards in the first carry for Davis. It's right about at his average. Handoff this time to the fullback going up the middle. And he's going to be stopped short of the first down. Gain of about 2 there. It's going to bring up a 3rd and really short. As I said, senior quarterback Chase Weinrich back there at quarterback for Lewisburg. Averages less than 100 passing yards a game. Completion percentage under 50%. So it's clear they're going to try to lean on the run game here tonight. 3rd and short. And they give it off the left side, and the Indians have that one sniffed out. The defensive line was there before he could even get to the line of scrimmage. Great play there. Looked like Ty Kurtz was one of the first one there in the backfield to blow that one up.
Yeah, I was trying to pick up that number, Jimmy. You have it. Ty Kurtz made great penetration on the play. All right, and through to Lewisburg, through the runner for a loss there, and that's a big stop for the Indians, especially since Lewisburg had it on a 3rd and short.
I honestly think, you know, that this team has great athletes, great coaching, but I think the biggest difference between this team and teams in years past for Shamokin is those offensive and defensive lines. They have such good size, such good technique, and they play as a unit. And that offensive and defensive line, really a big help for the Indians this year. Lewisburg lets the punt bounce and takes a favorable Shamokin bounce. They take a while to get on it. Give Shamokin a free 5 yards there at least.
Yeah, I think there was a bounce that was definitely favorable in Shamokin's favor there, Jimmy. And give Shamokin another short field here with great field position at their own, looks like 42, 43-yard line.
Yeah,
so we'll see if we keep with the run here or if we're going to mix it up a little bit this drive.
Steele breaks the huddle here in the shotgun. It's like Price and Delbaugh to the top of the field. Gink in the backfield there with Steele. And Steele's going to keep it himself. Makes a spin move. Nice move there by Steele in the backfield. Makes something out of nothing there. Gets about back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard more, and it brings up a 2nd and 9.
There's that versatility of Logan Steele. You know, everybody's expecting to pass right now, and Logan Steele just took on those defensive linemen and those linebackers. Really tough kid.
He's only a sophomore. It's unbelievable how poised he is out there. He's going to roll out to the right, trying to find a receiver, and it is Shuey on the reception. Wow, that was a gutsy pass right there. There were about 4 defenders in the area of Shuey there, but Shuey towers over them all. He stands at least 6'3", probably 6'4" is Shuey there, and Steele put it right on the money and made the catch.
Jensen Shuey has been an absolutely great pickup for the Indians this year. Everybody knows his accolades on the basketball court already, but picking him up, I remember seeing him in Little League, and he was such a force in Little League.
Gink this time, weaving through some tacklers. Man, he is so shifty in between those tackles there. It looks like guys are going to get hands on him, and they just don't. He's 7 yards past the line of scrimmage before they even lay a hand on him. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 8 there. But yeah, Shuey, as you said, getting those basketball kids out, I mean,
yeah,
that's huge for your skill position players out here.
Shamokin is full of athletes. They really are. Shamokin is full of athletes, and Coach Persing went out and got him this year.
2nd down and 2. Handoff up the middle. He's going to have the first down. Not much more there for Jace Gink, but it will move the chains for the Indians on the 24-yard line now of Lewisburg. Yeah, Shuey, not only is he a great target, as we saw there, but I mean he's essentially a 6th lineman in there down when he's playing tight end. I mean, we've talked about how the size of that line down there, they are all massive, and we'll get to naming each one of them by name as this game goes on because they deserve it.
Coach Burrows really has that offensive line playing at a high level. You know, you don't run for your 200 yards, okay, and not have that offensive line doing the job that they're doing.
I mean, look at that hole just open there for Clinton. I mean, there was no doubt. I mean, it's so easy as a running back to do your job. I mean, look at this hole that opens up in the middle. Clinton just runs forward. I mean, he didn't do anything there. He got 10 yards before even being touched there once again. And Clinton all the way down to the 12-yard line now of Lewisburg.
You know, not only do you have the shiftiness of Gink, and then you got to go face the power of Zakim. You know, what does the defense do to defend that?
Well, teams haven't figured it out. And Clinton this time looks like he's going to have another touchdown, but there's a couple flags down. Definitely some laundry on the field, and it looks like it's probably going to be coming back, probably in the spot of holding here, and they are going to get the Indians for holding. But hey, as good as they've been, nobody's mistake-free.
Yep, absolutely.
So a touchdown gets erased, brought back on the play. They are walking back all the way to the 22-yard line, it looks like.
I guess the officials have decided Shamokin must be doing something with all their running they're doing, okay, to call that hold. But boy, there was a hole that opened up there for Zakim, and then Zakim just did the rest.
So 1st and 20 now for the Indians. First down is all the way at the 2-yard line. Steele, and he does connect with Delbaugh. Only about 4 or 5 on that first down connection there to Delbaugh, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and about 15 or 16 here for the Indians. We're nearing the end of the first quarter here, and it feels like the Indians have had the ball for the entire game here so far. Only 3 offensive plays for Lewisburg. But Shamokin certainly behind the sticks here. You think it's usually 4-down territory when you get down to this part of the field for the Indians, but they do have Chase Pencil, who's certainly capable of making field goals from this distance. 2 for 2 on the year so far as Chase Pencil on field goals. And Steele's going to keep it himself, trying to find somewhere to go, and he does make it back to the line of scrimmage after it looked like he was dead in the water, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and very long here for the Indians, and that's why you can't have those holding penalties.
I think Logan Steele saw something with the defense there. He ran a naked bootleg there on the play, and Lewisburg, I mean, he made a little something out of nothing there.
So 3rd and 15 officially on the scoreboard here for the Indians. We'll see if they finally put it in the air here. Only one completed pass so far. Stealing the shotgun. Looking down the field, he's looking for a pencil, and it is intercepted.
Nope.
Oh, he caught it. Wow, I think it was intercepted initially, and Chase literally just ripped it out of the defender's hands. Yeah, you can see here, defender undercuts the route, and Chase almost plays the defender on this play. I mean, he has plenty of experience playing defense for sure, and he ripped the ball right out of his hands.
Great
Not enough for a
play.
first down,
Great
but
play
great
there
play.
by Chase Pencil to keep this drive going.
So impressive play. Still going to bring up a 4th and about 7 here. So we'll see what they do. I would give Chase, I mean, no kicker bias here, but I would give Chase the chance to kick a field goal here.
Yeah, first big decision here for Coach Persing, what he's going to do here. He does have 2 real seasoned kickers, not only in Chase Pencil, but the Steinhardt kid, okay, has been showing some real promise, you know, kicking the football for him. But Chase Pencil is the guy that really kicks in the clutch for him.
Yeah, he made that game-winning field goal against Jersey Shore a couple weeks ago down there at Thompson Street Stadium. That was impressive stuff from Chase Pencil there. I mean, he does not come off the field. He's on there every single play, special teams, offense, defense, and especially in that game against Jersey Shore to be able to go out there and cool, calm, and collected to hit that field goal to go up on Jersey Shore. That was a massive moment in this season for the Indians.
It looks like the coach just throwing the block, Jimmy. So I think they're going to be looking at kicking the field goal here.
I like that decision here.
I like that decision too. It's going to put him up. He makes it up 10-0, up 2 scores, and the way the defense is playing.
Yeah, not only does it make sense for the course of this game, you might need some field goals going on later in the season in those close games, and it's always good to get Chase those opportunities, as many as he can, to feel comfortable kicking these. So Steele is going to be the holder, Pencil the kicker. Those two do everything together out on that field.
Yeah, it's certainly within his range, Jimmy.
Field goal team is no different. Oh, they're going to throw a penalty flag and call a false start. I hope it keeps him out there. A little bit of a longer field goal, but still certainly should be within his range.
Illegal procedure by the Indians.
Chase is waving him off. Love to see that.
Making a 31-yard field goal attempt.
Chase is one of the most confident kids that you'd ever want to meet. You know, there's
Great
nothing.
kid.
He's a great kid. This is well within his range.
Lining up for the kick, and it's certainly high enough. And he knocked it right through. No doubter there.
He nailed it, Jimmy. He nailed it.
Nailed it.
There was no question about that one. He nailed that thing.
That's a 30-yarder there
him.
from Chase Pencil. Is 3 for 3 now on the season. Wow, the cannon goes off even for field goals here. And the stadium is alive. No, it's, you know, on the broadcast you can only see Lewisburg stands, which aren't quite full, but Shamokin's on this side. They are packed to the brim here in Kent Memorial Stadium for the final home game of the season for the Indians in the regular season. So 11:54 now in the second quarter. And the Indians have had the ball for pretty much the entire game here. Kicking it back to Lewisburg, already down 10-0. We'll see how Lewisburg responds here. Gonna have to put something together soon or this game could get out of hand quickly.
This is the Steinhardt kid kicking off here, Jimmy. All right, he is their kickoff guy. A lot of times he does reach the end zone, and you know there's no better defense than that when you have an offense starting at the 20-yard line. So
Love the kicker talk. See, it looked like offsides there. Oh, and they did throw it. They called it. Yeah, that was pretty obvious there. One of the Shamokin guys on the top of the screen there crossed the 40-yard line before Steinhardt did. So now they're gonna, well, hopefully. You said he can get it to the end zone. Well, we'll see how far he can really get it here. They're going to move it back 5 yards, kick from the 35 now for Steinhardt. As a kicker, you always hated that, going offsides. Watch me, watch the ball. There's no reason you should be going offsides on a kickoff.
Yeah, Coach Dorenzo was not real happy about his kickoff team there, you know, jumping off sides on that play. So let's see what Mr. Steinhardt can do on this kick
see
here.
What kind of distance they're back at the 20-yard line, so they're moving back a little bit further now. this
Wow.
time they're going to do a squib kick. And it bounces, caught at about the 40, and he's got some room. He's across the 50, and Steinhardt makes the tackle there right on the S. Love to see a kick or tackle out there. He saves what might have been a bigger gain there from the Lewisburg return man. He had some space, and Lewisburg now that's the one with the good starting field position.
And Lewisburg inside Indian territory at the 48.
Pretty much the only thing that Shamokin has done wrong this game is the 2 penalties that they've had, and they've hurt them.
Yeah, hurt him on the touchdown and hurt him now on this on the kickoff here.
But Lewisburg got 3 men in the backfield in an I formation. They go right up the middle to the fullback. Doesn't go much of anywhere.
Yeah, that looked like 22 Michaels on the carry there.
I don't think I've ever seen an I formation with 3 people lined up straight across from each other in the backfield. It's interesting formation there from Lewisburg. Got 2nd and 9 here now for the Dragons.
2nd down and 8 for the Green Dragons.
1 receiver to the top of the field here. 2 men in motion now to the bottom. And the handoff goes off the right side. And Shamokin had it sniffed out, but he didn't matter. Number 3, Jeremiah Davis, showing why he has all of those yards this season. They had it sniffed out in the backfield there, but it didn't matter. He made a cut and got upfield. That was an impressive cut up the field there by Jeremiah Davis. And the Indians are going to have their hands full all night with this kid.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he really showed why Coach Persing and his staff really paid a lot of attention to him on film. You know, this week, that was a terrific run. We were really in position to make the play there. We didn't make the play, and he got good yardage on it.
And to give it to him again, this time up the left side. And good pick up there. Got about, wow, he got about 9 there.
And he's still churning. Yeah, he's still
Kept it
churning.
going. I mean, just watching him run there, he's very patient. You look at the way he follows his blocks there. And wow, very impressive runner is Jeremiah Davis here. Certainly, Indians are going to have to tackle well here tonight.
Yeah, Lewisburg got a little drive going here now. You know, right being on, relying on Davis's legs there.
Lewisburg with the 2nd down and 1.
Shamokin just got to tighten up their tackling a little bit, and they're in position to make the plays. They're just not making good tackles right now.
Davis this time nowhere to go, but might have the first down anyway. It's 2nd and short, and they're going to give him the first down. So gain of only about 2 there on that carry by Davis, but it's enough to move the chains and give the Green Dragons a new set of downs now, almost at Indians 25. So as we said, Lewisburg had to respond here pretty soon, not let this game get out of hand, and they're doing that so far, getting a nice drive going here.
Yeah, they're going to their bread and butter here. You know, the guy that got them here, you know, to 7-0.
This time they got 3 receivers at the top of the field. First time they've had that formation. And Davis this time up the left side, and he bounces off a couple tacklers. Man, he's hard to bring down. A couple tacklers got at his legs, but it didn't matter. He's very good at changing direction. He knows how to utilize all 53 yards of the field.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head, Jimmy. He's a very, very patient runner. He's looking where his blocking is going. He's hitting the hole. He's keeping those legs turning, and he's making our guys miss.
The Indians linebackers have to stay disciplined here. 2nd down and short. Going to give it to him again. He's met in the backfield, but he gets away from it. And this time a couple more Indians meet him, and he won't get past them. That was number 5, Ryan Bicker, on the tackle there. Tackle for loss for the Indians. You see he got away from the first defender, but couldn't quite get away from the next 3. The Indians host of a tackler, but there is a penalty marker on the field. They called it right after that first missed tackle in the backfield. Looks like their early indication is holding, and it will be. So they're holding against Lewisburg, but Persing is choosing to decline the penalty. So it'll bring up a 3rd down here for Lewisburg.
Yeah, that was great pursuit that time by the Indian defense. You know, they had him penned in there. Yeah, the first tackler did miss him, but then the rest of his buddies came to help, and Bickert made a great open field tackle there.
Yeah, it seems to be how the Indians are going to have to do it tonight. You get one guy to him, it's not going to be enough. You got a gang tackle. So it brings up a very important 3rd and 5 here for the Green Dragons. Have to have this one if you're Lewisburg. 8:10 remaining in the half. Davis in the backfield. They're going to put it in the air this time, and he has a man and he drops it. Almost comes down with it. Bit of a high throw. Had a chance to make a play on the ball, but good coverage there, and it brings up 4th and 5. You can see he ran a good route there. He was open. Didn't quite lead him enough. Had to jump up on his route instead of continuing into the end zone there, and it falls short. Looks like Lewisburg. I think they would kick it. Yep, they're going to kick it here. As we said last season, Lewisburg, many field goals here at Kent Memorial Stadium to beat the Indians last season. The kicker is certainly a weapon for them.
Yeah, Jimmy, this kid is legit. This kid is the real deal.
Wow, and he hit it.
Like he got it in.
38-yarder there. It looked like Clinton was sufficiently through the line there. I mean, you can see he almost had the block. Kind of weird, yeah, the line just like stood there. Yeah, I guess Shamokin didn't rush that much, but Clinton looked like he might have had it, but he did not. Lewisburg kicker nails that one. And it is 10-3 here. Not a very common high school score. You see 2 field goals this early in the game.
Well, the Shamokin defense did bend a little bit, but they did not pull. That last pass play was covered by Price, who really made a really good play, you know, on that wide receiver. Because it looked like he had some space there for a while, and then Price came there at the end, you know, to knock it away. So real good job by the defense, not giving up 6 there. So
that's why
defense really came through.
That's why you take the field goal there for the Indians on that last drive, and they're still up by a touchdown here, even after that field goal by Lewisburg. So 10-3, favoring the Indians. They're going to get the ball back here. Chase Pencil back deep for the Indians, and a squib kick. They're not going to kick it to Pencil, and it's going to go out of bounds. Smart play there by the Indians. Kickoff return team to let that one trickle out of bounds.
Hoover's kick goes out of bounds.
So good starting field position once again for the Indians. If Lewisburg doesn't make Shamokin go the length of the field at all in this game, it's going to be a long day for him. So we'll see. They're still deciding
what they're debating what to do here. If they're debating having them re-kick the football or take the ball, I think.
Looks like they're going to mark it at 39. Sounds like you're saying they give them an extra 5 yards and we're out of bounds. Haven't had that roll before, but Indians will take it at the 39.
Shamokin wanted the football 1st and 10 after
1st and 10 for the
39.
Indians here on their 3rd drive. Scored on each of their first 2, a touchdown and a field goal, respectively. Steele drops back to pass. He has a man. It's Pencil, and he doesn't quite bring it down. Wow. They did not call the interference. Pencil and the crowd here begging for it. You can see him streaking down. Not quite sure if we'll be able to see it. And yeah, kind of got him on the shoulder and turned him around there a little bit, but they don't call it. So
boy, that was a well called play, Jimmy. They had Chase Pencil down the middle of the field there. Logan really put it on but they just couldn't make that connection.
So it brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Indians. This time they give it to Gink off the left side. Bounces it outside, and he's still going across the 50. He's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not much more, but the initial spot is giving him a 1st down. It's going to be very close.
Kinky is such a shifty runner. Just when they think you have him in the backfield, he takes off.
Good patience from him on that play there, too.
Gain of 9
followed
on
his blocks to
play,
the
third
outside and
down
then
and
bounced it
short.
outside even more. Looks like they're not gonna give him the first down, so it's gonna be 3rd and inches here. Honestly, it wouldn't be a bad time to take a deep shot here when you know you have that Shamokin shove in your back pocket on 4th and inches. But they'll run it, and Gink will get the first down. Oh, that's a clear face mask there. And the flags come out immediately.
That's going to be at the 15-yard.
Yeah, it's pretty clear and obvious here to the entire Shamokin crowd. Face match there. They're going to do it. They're going to get the personal foul, so that is 15 yards tacked on at the end of that one. So they're going to be up near the 35 now. Are the Indians. They're going to have a fresh set of downs.
Check your purple ticket. 50-50 winner tonight. Your purple ticket. 425 417. The winning
Big Glover
number
leading the way down the field.
417. The Indians have the football at the Lewisburg 34-yard line.
They're going to mark it at 34 officially for the Indians. So 1st and 10 now. Just under 7.5 minutes to go in this first half. Delbaugh at the top. And Gink will get the handoff. It's about 5 on that first down carry. The run game continues to get chunk plays. Steele comes to the sideline to get the play.
Second down and 5.
Brings up 2nd and a long 5 here for the Indians. Clinton now in the game at running back to Steele's left. Delbaugh and Price, the receivers, to the bottom of the field. And they'll give it to Clinton going up the middle. Yeah, I think I saw a little bit of a false start there. Yep, and it will be against the Indians, so it'll bring it back. Negate the first down run, and it'll be a 2nd and 10.
That's been an Achilles heel of Shamokin for the last couple of games, you know.
Last couple of years.
Last couple of years, okay, with you know, with those penalties.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Indians. Let's see if this encourages them to put it in the air here. Second down, and Steele keep it himself. Finds his hole, tries to break it to the outside, can't quite beat that last man.
There's another flag on the play, Jimmy. I noticed the tight end didn't get set. He was moving around a little bit, and I think that's what they called.
Is there a legal formation this time, maybe?
He was moving around a little bit, and he never got set.
Let's see what they call. Yep. Certainly against the Indians, walking it backwards.
Yeah, an illegal shift on the Indians.
Motion by the Indians. 5-yard penalty will bring up a
2 penalties now in this set of downs here for the Indians. It brings up a 2nd and 15 on the 4th play. Still only 2nd down here for the Indians. Wasting a lot of time off the clock, though, that's for sure. Steele rolls out, looks for Delbaugh, and he has him. And Delbaugh gets the reception all the way down past the 25, nearly in the red zone. It's going to be very close. Looks like he's going to be just short of the first down, so 3rd and inches now for the Indians. Great pitch and catch there from Steele to Delbaugh. Looks routine to them.
Yeah, Ben Delbaugh has just turned into a terrific receiver over the last couple of years. You know, for the Indians, he's a track guy. He has a lot of speed. He really improved on the patterns that he runs, and he gets great separation out there against the secondary. He really does a great job.
So 3rd and inches here. Give us to Clinton up the middle. He looks like he's going to have enough for it. It's going to be close, but I think they're going to give it to him, and they do. First down for the Indians now at the 24-yard line of Lewisburg. And they finally wave the chains down the field. So a lot of time still ticking off the clock. It'll be under 5 minutes probably before they snap this next ball here. First down for the Indians. Sends pencil in motion. And the give will be to Clinton once again. Shed some tacklers, but can't quite break the ankle tackle of the Lewisburg defender there. Falls forward from maybe 2 or 3 on that play. Looks like it was Jeremiah Davis there on defense for Lewisburg. Making the tackle.
Second down and 8.
So the Indians now faced with a 2nd and 8. Might waste the entire half at this rate. Give to Clinton once again, and plowing through a couple defenders. Yeah, not much of a hole there, but it doesn't matter for Clinton.
That is so hard to stop, Jimmy. So hard to stop.
He ran into a wall of about 3 Lewisburg defenders and pushed it forward for another 2 yards than what he should have had on that carry there. 3rd and looks like 4, they'll call it, for the Indians. So in the red zone now finally is Shamokin. Likely 4-down territory at this point in the field in this moment in the half, if they don't get it here. Steele will roll, and he finds Pencil. He makes the catch, and he's gonna have enough for the 1st down. They'll give it to him. Chase Pencil with a nice move after the catch. You can see they snuck him into the flat there. Had to almost turn around and make the catch, but it almost worked out for him.
Great short yardage play call there, Jimmy. They got Chase Pencil one-on-one out there in the flat. Got to get the ball out to him fast, which Logan Steele did, and had enough for the 1st down.
I'm not sure how intentional it was, but Lewisburg defender was playing outside leverage there, and Steele's pass to the inside forced Pencil to kind of turn to the inside, allowed him to get that 1st down there. And Gink this time gonna have enough for, well, not quite enough for another 1st down, but a big run inside the 5-yard line, and the Indians are in business now. Keeping it on the ground once again on 1st down are the Indians. Going to bring up a 2nd and 1 now from the Lewisburg 4-yard line. Under 3 minutes now. Lewisburg not going to have much time when they get the ball back here. The Indians.
I think this has been the fastest half of football that I ever sat through, Jimmy.
And looks like Persing's going to take a timeout. Talk things over here a little bit. 2.5 minutes remain in this 1st half for the Indians, and they are driving inside the 5-yard line of Lewisburg. Up 10-3 are the Indians.
Timeout, Shamokin area.
Battle of 7-0 teams. Lived up to the hype so far. It's been a fairly evenly matched game. Shamokin certainly having its way on the run game. Lewisburg able to create some success from their running game as well. Not quite able to finish the drives as well as the Indians have been so far. But Davis is certainly a danger to break one every time he touches the ball.
Yeah, Shamokin has been really relying on the run real heavy tonight, Jimmy, and they've been having a lot of success with it. And they throw a pass in there every now and then to keep them honest, but it really opens up that running game for Ginky and Clinton Zakim.
I've loved their game plans so far this season. They have a good mix of the pass, and it's not just a good mix of the pass, they're effective when they do it. So 2:29 remaining here. Steele roll out, and he's going to find Pencil, and he will walk into the end zone for the 2nd Shamokin area touchdown of the night to go up 16-3, ending the extra point by who else but Chase Pencil after he just scored that touchdown on the receiving end from Steele, and the Indians are rolling here tonight in this battle of the unbeatens.
Yeah, same play, only to the opposite side of the field, Jimmy. They got Chase Pencil out in the flat there. Logan started his rollout, quick release to Chase Pencil, and they got it in the end zone. Lewisburg had very little time to react to that.
And Pencil scores all 7 on that interaction there at the end zone. Knocks the extra point through, and it is 17-3 in favor of the Indians here with under 2.5 minutes to go in this 1st half. Lewisburg is going to get the ball back, and it would certainly serve them well to put some points on the board before half. They'd feel a lot better about their standing here going in the locker room if they put up some points here.
I'm kind of curious what they're going to do on the kickoff. It kind of surprised me a little bit that they squibbed it on that last kickoff, especially with the leg of this Steinhardt kid. So I'm kind of curious what they're going to do here. You know, maybe they did see something on film that they could go against, but Steinhardt has the leg. So we'll see if they do another squib kick here, or if they're going to kick it deep.
Lewisburg 16, Stevensburg 7.
Steinhardt started his kick and does go deeper this time. Bounces at about the 10-yard line. It's going to be returned across the 30. Makes a couple men miss. He's still up, still going, and finally brought down by a host of Indians across the 35-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 36 of Lewisburg. Lewisburg has 2 minutes and 16 seconds to try and put some points on the board here before halftime. Down 17-3. Crucial drive here for both teams, especially Lewisburg.
First and 10, Lewisburg at their own 36-yard line with 2:15 left in the first half.
We'll see if they're forced to put it in the air here. Or Lewisburg. Got 4 receivers out wide due to the Green Dragons. And the give will go up the middle, bounces at the outside, and the Indians just swarming to that football. There's about 4 of them in there affecting the play on the tackle.
Great pursuit that time by the Indian defense. I think those guys got a little talking to on the sidelines, all right, from that last drive going, and they're starting to tackle. They're starting to gang tackle a little bit, and it was great pursuit by the Indian defense there, throwing them for a loss.
Yeah, number 11, Caden Parker, there out there at his middle linebacker position. Affected that one big time. Second and 11 here for the Lewisburg. Back to pass, facing some pressure. He's going to take off, and he gets away from a tackler, but there's a couple more there to meet him after he gets out of that one. Gain of about 2 there. Nice play from the quarterback to avoid the negative play, but still brings up a 3rd and long here with only 1 minute 20 left.
Yeah, good call here by Coach Bersing. They got him in a 3rd and long situation. They're going to get him. They're going to try to get him to 4th down here and punt the football. Shamokin has the ability to score so fast, Jimmy. You know, anywhere on the field, okay, they have the ability to score. So if they get a hold here in the next 2 plays, they're going to use their timeouts here, go to their 2-minute offense, and see what they could do with that, because they are very an explosive team.
I think that shows the supreme confidence that Persing has in his team calling a timeout at this point. I mean, of course, you don't want to give Lewisburg you know, enough time to score here, but he has such confidence in his defense to get the stop here that he's thinking about his offense. He's thinking 2 steps ahead in this game here, and it just shows it's, you know, not common at the high school level that coaches will have that much confidence, especially up 17-3.
You're exactly right, Jimmy. He does have confidence in this defense. I'll be kind of curious what Lewisburg does here. See if they run the football to make Shamokin use another timeout, or if they're going to be a little aggressive and go to the pass and try to get the 1st down.
Yeah, that's a fine line here. I mean,
but if they're unsuccessful at it, it saves Shamokin a timeout, gets them the 4th down with the clock stopped.
And looks like Lewisburg's going to take a timeout now. So double timeout here on the field before this crucial 3rd down play late in the half.
Yeah, I think Lewisburg was a little unsure what they wanted to do there. They didn't like the Shamokin defense set there, so they used the timeout to make sure what they want to do here.
We'll see what ends up happening here, but couldn't ask for much of a better start for Shamokin here tonight. And their seniors' final regular season home game here at Kent Memorial Stadium. Wonderful season so far here for the Indians.
No score reported in the Southern Columbia.
Finally drop back on the field here.
Well, they're going to that trip set again.
Yeah, Lewisburg, 4 wide receivers out wide. Putting a man in motion at the top. And they are going to try and pass the ball. He's open, and he makes the catch. He falls down. Still a great conversion there. That was, of course, number 13, Jalen Walker, on the receiving end for Lewisburg. He is their best receiving threat, and he makes that incredible grab. Pretty good coverage there from the Indians, but just a great throw and catch there from Lewisburg. They take a risk, and it pays off, and now they're trying to score here. And another completed pass gets out of bounds. Maybe about 4 on that first down throw there, but the clock continues to run. Looks like, yeah, they didn't.
Referee didn't
call him
out of bounds.
So 21-yard line clock continues to run here. Second and long here for Lewisburg. 3 receivers to the bottom. Man in motion to the top. And the quarterback's going to keep it up the left side. He's got room. And he bounces it outside again, finally brought down by Pencil there from his safety position. And looks like Lewisburg is finally going to take a timeout. 34 seconds left, and they're at the 15-yard line. Certainly within field goal range for their kicker here.
For their kicker, yeah.
But
I'll tell you what, going back to that pass play, Jimmy, that was a gutsy call by Lewisburg. Shamokin was expecting them to get them to 4th down and punt the football and get their 2-minute offense out there. And their wide receiver just made a terrific play on that. And, gutsy call by the Lewisburg offense there.
yeah, even a field goal does help you here if your Lewisburg gets you within 11. It's a field goal and a touchdown 2-point conversion. So even a field goal would be helpful here for Lewisburg, but they really want a touchdown here. Going in the locker room would help their confidence out a ton. 3rd and short here for Lewisburg. 1 timeout remaining for each side. There's a man in motion. Good snap, they're gonna throw, and he throws into the end zone, and it is knocked away. Great defensive play there by Chase Pencil in coverage. Continues to make plays, does Chase Pencil. You can see at the top of the field, he had him one-on-one with a smaller receiver. That's with smaller corner. That's the matchup they wanted, but Pencil denied it. And they are going to bring out the field goal kicker. Looks like here is Lewisburg. They're going to try to make it 11-point game going into the locker room.
From 1 to 5 p.m. Cougar on to attempt the field goal.
And they blow it dead before the kick. Looks like that would have missed.
Yeah, I thought they did. Coach Persing did call that timeout. I guess he was trying to freeze him a little bit.
Well,
but that did bounce off the crossbar there, didn't it?
Had the opposite effect there. I mean, of course, I'm sure he heard the whistles before he kicked it, so that probably affected his kick a little bit, but did miss that one. Gonna have another shot at it though here. 30 seconds left in this first half.
So you still have plenty of time to make a donation.
Seconds left here. Coach is giving their team some pep talks. Last kick, Clinton almost got in there and blocked that, so I'm sure they're telling them to actually rush this time. Half the team just kind of stood there last field goal. Here.
32-yard field goal.
Lines up for the 32-yarder here. And they don't rush. And it is right down the middle.
Boy, he is such a weapon for Lewisburg, Jimmy. I'll tell you what, he is really automatic.
That is number 10, Cohen Hoover, the senior kicker for Lewisburg.
Like you said earlier, Shamokin remembers him from last year. He put all 16 points on the board on him last year. And has all 6 points for him this year, too. So
impressive stuff from the kickers in this game, and it's the 3rd field goal already.
I'll be surprised when Lewisburg has now kicked 2 onside kicks in a row. Let's see if they kick the 3rd one. I don't think I'd give Shamokin real good field position here.
Yeah, I would think you have to kick it deep here, although kicking it to Pencil is never a great idea. We'll see what they do here. Maybe try and get it in that middle area there around where Clinton is standing. And they squib it again. Looks not going to go out of bounds this time. And they pick it up trying to find somewhere to run. He's not going to have anywhere to run. Gang tackle there at about the 28-yard line. So they're going to have 21 seconds, are the Indians. Probably not going to try anything crazy here. No timeouts left.
You're exactly right, Jimmy. With no timeouts left, I don't think they'd want to do anything. But they have the ability to score anybody on that field. With that running game of theirs.
Get the ball in the hands of one of your
They
athletes.
may take a shot here. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to knee it.
Yep.
Kneeling the ball in the shotgun formation. Never get over that.
Yep, taking a knee.
All right, so that'll be the final play of the first half here from Kent Memorial Stadium. 7-0 Shamokin, up 17-6 over 7-0 Lewisburg here on the final home game in the regular season for the Shamokin area Indians. And off to a good first half, where we got 24 more minutes to play here in the second half. We're going to take a bit of a break here from the broadcast. We will be back with you before the beginning of the second half. Stay tuned.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this evening's performance of the Lewisburg Area High School Marching Dragons. The unit is led on the field tonight by drum major and senior Miriam Hoffman-Aho and junior Tyson Nichols. Get ready for an unforgettable performance by the pride of the Green Dragons as we proudly present our show titled, We Are Dragons. Today, our talented musicians and performers are bringing you a spectacular set of songs that will set the field ablaze. First, we'll immerse you in the epic realm of Skyrim with Dragonborn. Feel the thrill of adventure as our band brings the world of Terranil to life right before your eyes. Next, get ready to be energized by Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. Our performance will light up the field with an explosive mix of beats and excitement that will have you feeling the pulse of this modern anthem. Then, we'll turn up the heat with Fireball by Pitbull. Prepare for high energy rhythms and vibrant flair as we make this fiery hit sizzle on the field. Finally, let us transport you to the legendary island of Burke with This is Burke from How to Train Your Dragon. Experience the magic and courage of dragon riding adventures as we bring this majestic and heartwarming theme to life. Sit back and enjoy the show as the Marching Dragons take you on an exhilarating journey through our special dragon theme performance. We are Dragons! The marching dragons are under the direction of Mr. Daniel Trauner, assistant directors Mrs. Lindsay Ashchild. Color guard instructors Mrs. Sarah Newberry, and additional staff include Ron Mosser, Aaron Finnegan, Hunter Horn, Neil Holloman, and Owen Smith. Drill designed by Ron Mosser and color guard team by Aaron Finnegan. The Lewisburg Area High School Marching Dragons would like to thank the Lewisburg Area School District Administration, the Board of Directors, the Alumni Association, the Green Dragon Foundation, the Lewisburg Area High School faculty and staff, and the Lewisburg Area Music Association for their continued support of this year's production. We would also like to thank the parents and community supporters for the time, effort, and flexibility to make this year's show possible. Finally, the band thanks you for your attendance at tonight's performance of the 2024 Marching Dragons!
Running down some scores from this evening. Pottsville 28, Wilson 0. Tri-Valley 21, Monroe area 14. Southern Columbia at the half 7, Montoursville 0. Mount Carmel 49, Central Mountain 0. Danville 14, Loyalsock Township 3. Mifflinburg 28, Central Columbia 0. Jersey Shore and Penwood, no score in the first quarter. Hollidaysburg 22, Selinsgrove 7. A game from last night, it was North Schuylkill 38, Blue Mountain 14. Bloomsburg 15, Shikellamy 0. Line Mountain 24, James Buchanan 17.
All right, and we are back for the second half of action. Just under 3 minutes on the scoreboard here until we get the second half kicked off. Shamokin, after one half of play, leads the Green Dragons 17-6 here at Kent Memorial Stadium in the battle of the unbeatens. Gone pretty good so far for the Indians. They've stuck to their game plan and it's worked out for them.
Absolutely, Jimmy. It was obvious in that first quarter the game plan for the Indians was to run the football, and they did it so successfully. Second quarter, they opened up a little bit. They got Benny Delball involved in the passing game. They got Chase Pencil out in the flat, one for a touchdown, in that second quarter. So they're showing a good mixture, running and passing the football. But it's obvious what they want to do is to run the football, and combination of Ginky and Zakim Clinton, is very successful for the Indians here, especially in the first half. And I expect to see a little bit more, of that come in the second half here.
I mean, it's hard to just line up against this Indian offensive line and all those running backs. I mean, they've had carries from Steele, Pencil, Gink, and Clinton. I mean, that quad back there in the backfield running at you all game long, it really wears on the defense. And they were able to have success even in the first half. So hopefully in the second half they will be able to impose their will just the same here with the Indians. And as you said, they're certainly not only running the ball, they are passing the ball, and when they do it, they're doing it effectively. And it seems like everything's going right so far here for the Indians. They've bent a little bit on defense, as we said. They've gave up some rushing yards in that one huge pass there to number 17 fell in there for Lewisburg, but haven't given up a touchdown yet on defense. And you're going to win this game if you don't give up any touchdowns. So good start for the defense so far. We'll see if they can keep it up here, kicking the ball off to Lewisburg to start this half.
Yeah, except for that one long play there right before halftime, Jimmy. I think that was a little disappointing, that happened, but that does happen, unfortunately. I think Shamokin was trying to get the ball back there to end the first half, run their 2-minute offense a little bit, but unfortunately they made a great play, and hopefully the defense will still step up here in the second half and have another good half here.
All right, we got Steinhardt out here. Get this second half underway. And there's the deep kick you've been talking about. All the way into the end zone, bounces out of the back of the end zone. Impressive kick there.
There we go. That's the Steinhardt that we know, that, I've seen working out here at practice hard every day, getting that ball into the end zone. And that's a great way to start for the defense, for an offense to be starting on their own 20-yard line, not giving up the field position.
So Lewisburg will start this drive from their own 20-yard line here. 80 yards in front of them is Lewisburg, down 11 here, start of this second half. We'll see if Lewisburg continues to stick majority with that running game. Lines up under center, and the handoff will go up the left side. Not much room there for the running back, and he will get maybe one on that first down carry. So they'll give him about 2. So 2nd and 8 here for Lewisburg.
Yeah, Jeremiah Davis, he did have some success, in that first half. We'll see what type of adjustments the Shamokin defense will to try to shut that down a little bit. But he did have a little success in the first half.
Yeah, he's certainly averaging over 155 rushing yards a game, so they've been keeping him under that mark so far. We'll see if they can continue to hold him under that average. And quick pass, catch is made, ball came out at the end, but he was down. Coverage there by Caden Parker for the Indians. And it will bring up a 3rd down, give him about 5 on that 2nd down completion.
Great pursuit again by the linebackers and the D-backs there. Bickert in on the tackle. Liam Montgomery, another linebacker there with Caden Parker, made some good pursuit to the football and held it to a minimum game.
So big 3rd down here for Lewisburg early in this second half. Still down 2 scores to the undefeated Indians. In the shotgun this time, and looks like the quarterback's going to keep it himself. A little bit of confusion there. Looks like a running back actually in there at quarterback, doing a little bit of a wildcat that time, but does not work for Lewisburg. Shamokin is not fooled, and they give up no yards on that one, brings up 4th and 5.
Yeah, it looked like a little confusion there. Alrighty, what Lewisburg wanted to do. Gave Shamokin a great opportunity to pursue to the football, and Liam Montgomery made a big hit there, at the end.
So Shamokin continues their first half success on defense with an early 3-and-out. Nearly blocked by Blake Hockenbrock and didn't get it, but looks like he might have affected it. Might have caused the punter to kick it a little higher than he would have normally done. And it goes out of bounds. Looks like they're going to mark it at the Shamokin 48-yard line, so that is where they will start another short field yet again for the Indians offense.
So Shamokin came out here in the second half. They wanted to get that first stop, of the half here at Lewisburg. And they came out and did that and created themselves a short field for them. Great field position for the Indians here in the 48-yard line. Let's see if they continue to pound the football.
Gink in the backfield, and he will get the carry up the left side, trying to be patient, but nothing really developed there for Gink. Maybe 1 or 2 on that first down carry. So Lewisburg,
Number 66 on attack.
certainly at least seems that they adjusted a bit, focusing more on the run the second half. And I mean, if you're Lewisburg, that has to be your defensive focus, even though you know they can hurt you with the pass. If you can't stop the run, you're not going to win this football game. So that has to be what you take away from the Indians, force them to put the ball in the air. Steele tries to draw them off sides, but they do not jump. And he's going to keep it himself up the middle, bounces it out to the left side, and a host of Dragons there once again. 5 or 6 in on the tackle that time for Steele, and not much of a gain. It brings up 3rd and medium.
Yeah, Logan has that ability to jump that to the outside and really got a couple yards there when it really wasn't going to turn into anything there at the beginning. But Logan has that speed. Once he gets that corner, he gets some good yardage for us.
So it looks like 3rd and long 5 here for the Indians on the Lewisburg 47-yard line. See if they put it in the air.
Looks like that flat out in the right is opening it if they go to that short pass to Pencil again.
And they're all going deep, and he throws it down to Shuey down the seam, and he can't quite hit him. Great coverage there by Lewisburg. Number 12, Xavier Carter, the sophomore, in there on the coverage. He had Shuey down in the seam, and looks like he also had Pencil there. He was streaking. If he just would have saw the receiver to the right a little bit there instead of forcing it to Shuey in the middle, he would have had a big gain. But
exactly, Jimmy. He had Shuey down the seam. Just missed him. It was a good play call. But Hockenbrock has been known to pin teams deep down in their own territory.
Great punt. Are they going to be able to capitalize?
Missed it.
No. Wow, that was a great punt, though. But there's a penalty flag down on the field here at midfield. Might get a chance to redo it. We'll see what they call here.
Yeah, we'll see what this penalty is. If this is on Lewisburg, it's going to be close to a first down. May change Shamokin's philosophy here if it's on Lewisburg.
Still talking it over to the officials. And looks like
holding on the defense.
Motion to his head. That might have been. Looked like the college sign for targeting there, but I don't think that's a high school penalty.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they called there.
Definitely on Lewisburg.
It must have been after the play was dead. If it occurred during the play, you would think they would mark it and give Shamokin a first down, but it looks like they're going to mark Lewisburg.
Yeah, Indian defense is coming out. So it looks like, yeah, they're going to give him a 10-yard penalty. So
yeah, they're going to give him a half the distance to the goal line penalty back to the 10-yard line.
The ball normally would have came out to the 20 on the touchback by the punt there by Hockenbrock. Back to the 10-yard line for Lewisburg, and they will start it off with a 1st and 10 from their own 10. Down 11 still. Hand up the left side to Davis. Can't quite fight through the hole, and more flags come in this time. Looked like at least one of them was after the play.
Looks like Shamokin defense really has adjusted well to their running game.
Looks like they might have called it on the sustained block at the end of the. No, they're calling it on Shamokin.
Okay. Looks like somebody grabbed a face mask.
So it'll be
Personal foul
first
against the
down.
Indians.
Yeah, they're
Face
calling a
mask.
personal foul face mask. So that's 15 yards.
But I thought there was
15
another
penalty.
flag thrown here in the secondary. I thought there was going to be a
So bring up
secondary
first and 10
penalty that was
for the
called
Green
here in the
Dragons at
secondary,
their
but there was no
26.
call that was given.
Not sure if they called the face mask on the secondary
Yeah.
player. Could have been. But either way, 1st and 10 here for the Green Dragons. Lined up in the shotgun this time. He's going to throw the ball. And Hockenbrock with the pressure, but he escapes and gets it away. Throws it near the cheerleaders there down here for Shamokin. Let's see another down, 2nd and 10 for Lewisburg.
Yeah, great pressure that time by Blake Hockenbrock. He's the senior All-State leader on this defense, and got pressure on that play. Almost got the sack on it, but created an errant pass there for an incompletion.
And Hockenbrock had a nice feature written on him this week in the news item. Read that. He played, when you coached him, was he playing quarterback?
Yeah, believe it or not, I get too much credit for that kid, and he was my actual quarterback. All right, he is such a great kid. And
This time Davis lines up in the Wildcat, takes it himself going up the left side. He's going to have a good gain there, brings up a 3rd and short.
that goes to show you the type of athlete that Hockenbrock is. That he was able to play quarterback at such a young age, but he dedicated himself in the weight room, put some weight on. He thought his best possible chance of playing in college was to change to be a lineman, and he actually turned into a pretty good one.
Yeah, certainly can't fault him for that decision there. It seems to be working out big time for Hockenbrock down there in the trenches. So 3rd and 4 here. They give the pitch to Davis up the left side, and he's hit. Tries to fight for the 1st down. Don't think he got it. They're initially marking him short. It's going to be close. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 4th and 1 here for Lewisburg. I think you almost have to go for it here if you're Lewisburg.
Boy, the
Only 1 yard.
linebackers this half, Jimmy, have just been doing a great job pursuing to that football. Caden Parker, Liam Montgomery, those outside linebackers, all right, they're just getting good pursuit to the football.
Definitely a good halftime adjustment. Told him to be a little more patient, wait to see where Davis was hitting the hole. But this brings up a 4th down, and they pitch it to Davis up the right side. He cuts it up. Ooh, it's going to be close.
Fumble.
Oh, did he fumble it?
Fumble.
We'll check the replay here. It's going to be close to a 1st down and close to a fumble, so we'll see. We got 2 different things to sort out here. Well, it looks like it was a fumble. It's hard to tell on the replay, but
it certainly looked
we'll
like that ball came out
it.
early when it did, Jimmy.
And they're not going to say it did. They're going to give Lewisburg the 1st down.
Yeah, that was a tough call going against Shamokin there. Defense did a great job again pursuing to the football. And that ball, I think, was definitely coming out.
I think it was too. I mean, Montgomery fell on it before Lewisburg guy was even down. But 1st down carry up the right side. This time Shamokin has it sniffed out. Gain of about maybe 1 on that 1st down carry for Davis.
Yeah, great job by Bickert that time, turning the play inside to the outside linebacker Zakim, and Zakim was there to clean it up.
So under 6 minutes now remaining in this 3rd quarter. Shamokin still up 11 in this battle of 7-0 teams here at Kent Memorial Stadium. Lewisburg trying to sustain a drive here. Started this drive all the way back at their own 10-yard line. Trying to finally put one in the end zone here. Drops back to pass. He has a man covered by Price, and it falls incomplete. Like he was trying for Jalen Walker once again, his favorite target out there on the outside, but great coverage there from Rylan Price from his corner position, and it falls incomplete. It's 3rd and 8.
Yeah, that was the exact same play they ran before halftime, Jimmy, that they completed on Pricey. Had great coverage on that play and puts him in a 3rd and long situation. Let's see if Shamokin's defense can get off the field here.
Big down here, especially for Lewisburg. Time continues to tick off the clock, and they're still down 2 scores here to the Indians. Got to convert this one. They're going to try to pass, and same play once again, and this time it's complete. He's running down and gets tackled out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. Once again, they go back to Walker on Price, and he makes him pay the price this time. Another long completion there. They certainly don't disguise that they want to get the ball to Walker out there.
It's the exact same play, Jimmy, exact same play. There's no secret what they're trying to do there. They got one-on-one on the safety out there in Price, and unfortunately, that wide receiver is making some great plays.
Yeah, great pitch and catch there from Lewisburg. Had to have that one. A super clutch throw and catch there from the Green Dragons. Put them in scoring position here. Officials blew the play dead. Shamokin crowd singing some Sweet Caroline down here.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Cheerleaders are really getting the crowd into the game here.
Not quite Beaver Stadium, but it's still awesome. All right, so they're resuming play. Not quite sure what happened there, but officials say play on. And the handoff this time to Davis. Clinton had him in the backfield, but he escapes, and he's still off the left side. He's got room, and he's going to be into the end zone. There is a penalty flag down. Might be a holding on the receiver, Walker, out there on the block to spring him for the end zone.
Yeah, Jimmy, Shamokin is very, very fortunate on that play. We had the guy cornered. Didn't finish the tackle.
You can see on the replay there at the top of the screen, 13 sustaining that block. And yeah, that's where they're going to get the hold on. Hard to see on the replay, but that is what they're going to call. So Shamokin gets lucky. The touchdown comes off the board. And Shamokin had a touchdown come off the board earlier too on a holding penalty.
Yeah.
So both teams shooting themselves in the foot now.
Holding on the offense.
So Lewisburg now, instead of the touchdown to get to within 1 score, they will line up, and it will be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line now for Lewisburg. So not the worst outcome, still get the first down.
No, that was really a great run by Davis on that.
Davis again, and he gets pinched out at the sidelines. Good gain there, though, from Davis on that first down carry. We'll give him about 8 all the way up to the 12-yard line now. Lewisburg started this all the way at their own 10-yard line. So
yeah, this is a great drive by Lewisburg, Jimmy. You know, Shamokin had a little bad luck during that drive, but of course made some mistakes on their own. Had the face mask penalty earlier. Should have had the fumble recovery here.
So Davis, same play once again. Looks like he's going to be just short of the first down from the preliminary marking there by the official. But nonetheless, it brings up a 3rd and very short here for Lewisburg. They're not going to give him any gain on that play. He's still at the 12-yard line. Big 3rd down here. It'll be interesting to see if Lewisburg decides to kick a field goal or not here if they don't get it. Bring them to within 1 score. And they'll give it to the fullback going up the middle, and he's going to keep those legs churning. Shamokin had him stopped initially, but the Lewisburg line just kept on pushing that running back through the hole, and they easily got that first down there at the end.
Yeah, that was that big fullback, Michaels. He's just a great athlete for Lewisburg. this year, and boy, he just kept those legs churning to get that first down.
So it's now 1st and goal for the Dragons at the 6-yard line of the Indians. Under 4.5 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. The intensity is ratcheting up here.
Yeah, let's see if the Shamokin defense can really pick it up here.
Looks like Lewisburg might be walking backwards. Looks like they're going to. Not quite sure. It looked like the official was walking off penalty yardage there, but I don't think that's the case. He's over there talking to the Lewisburg coach, not quite sure what the stoppage was for. Lewisburg's head coached by Eric Wicks, head coach over there for their 7-0 season. So, no penalty. Not quite sure what the stoppage was for, but
I don't know if it was this play or the play before, Jimmy. I saw in the middle of that pile somebody lost their helmet. So, you know, when you lose your helmet, you got to go out of the game for a play.
And a give up to the fullback. Gonna have a good gain there on 1st down. Looks like they're all the way up to the 2 or 3 yard line now of the Indians. So 2nd and goal here for Lewisburg. Gotta punch this one in the end zone here.
Looks like they're speeding it up with a no-huddle offense, not giving Shamokin defense time to
once
adjust.
again to the fullback.
There's that Michaels.
He is in this time. No doubter there for Lewisburg. Quinn Michaels takes the carry across the goal line, and Lewisburg is within 1 score in this game of unbeatens here. This game just got a lot more real.
Wow, it just got a little bit more close here, and I'm kind of curious what they're going to do here.
Oh, you got to
even though you got a great kicker,
you got to
know the way Lewisburg has. Alrighty, you got to put that kicker in a.
Well, that's exactly why you go for 2, because you have
2,
that kicker
right.
to get within 3, get that field goal.
Against the Indians.
And it looks like they called a penalty against the Indians, so their 2-point conversion might become even closer. Than what it was.
I don't know if Shamokin's losing their poise a little bit with that unsportsmanlike penalty, but I think they gotta settle down a little bit and just play their game.
We'll see. So huge play
but
here.
They are close there. That unsportsmanlike conduct puts them inside the 1 yard line.
Very big play for both teams here. This is for Lewisburg to get within 3.
Yeah, you don't want to get this game within 3 here with the kicker that Lewisburg has. This is a big play for the Shamokin defense to step up.
We'll see what they draw up here. 1st and goal from the 1. And they'll give it to the fullback. He initially was stopped spinning, and it looks like they're going to stop him short. And they do. He spun around there. It looked like he was going to fall in, but there was enough Indian defenders there to corral him. Yeah, he spun, and he spun right into another defender. So great job there from the Indians standing up on the goal line on that 2-point conversion to keep it at a 5-point game and force Lewisburg to have to score another touchdown.
Yeah, big stop there for the Indians on that extra point. Lewisburg didn't do nothing fancy. They just ran right at you, and Shamokin was up for the challenge.
So Lewisburg absolutely had to have the touchdown on that drive. Started at their own 10-yard line, went 90 yards. Very impressive gut check drive there from the Green Dragons to stay in this game and, you know, make the Indians really put the pressure back on the Indians in this game.
Absolutely. Shamokin's got to move the football now. You know, they got to go back maybe to that running game and get going here a little bit. Let's see if this kicker squibs it a little bit and we get some good field position.
Will be another squib, and it's touched. He will pick it up. Oh, and he's got room. And he's across the 50. He cuts it back. He's got 1 man to beat. He's still up, and he's across the 30. And the Indian crowd is alive here. What a return there from number 5, Ryan Bickert, for the Indians. And of course there's a penalty flag back at the 40-yard line. That was an electric return there from Bickert. Made a couple people miss to get all the way down across the 30. But
You know, the first indication, Jimmy, it looks like it's going to be a sideline violation, and usually the first one is just a warning. So I think this one's going to stay.
wow. Yeah, Shamokin has been prone to those sideline violations over the years.
But I think that's what it was. Yep.
All right,
Sideline
so
violation.
it is going to get to
So
stand
that's
there.
going to be a warning. Shamokin's going to keep the ball in great field position at the 30-yard line after that great return by Bickert.
Oh, they're marking him. They're marking him back.
Oh, now they're bringing him back?
Not-
Usually the first one's only a warning.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe we missed one early in the game, or I don't know. Maybe because they just had that personal foul on the after the touchdown there. That sideline warning.
I don't understand why they marked it at the 45.
Well, Steele going deep for Delbaugh, and it's too long. Out of bounds for Delbaugh. Trying to strike quick on this drive are the Indians. Pass falls incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yep, just a little streak right down the home field sideline here.
So we'll see what the Indians do here. See if they go back to the run game here on 2nd down. Delbaugh, the receiver at the bottom, Price, the receiver at the top. Some shifting in the backfield, and Gink is now to Steele's right. Handoff up the left side. And Lewisburg defense was not fooled there. Gang tackles. Maybe a gain of about 2 there on that 2nd down carry. So brings up a 3rd and long here. Be very interesting. See what the Indians do here. See if they try and run the ball, get themselves in better position to go for it on 4th down, or they try and air it out and get it all here on 3rd. High pressure situation here for the Indians. Officials blowing.
And they're resetting the play clock, it looks like a little problem with the play clock.
Yeah, they blew the play dead, but now it's play on.
Boy,
so
that right flat is still wide open. And that's
And
where
there
they're
he
going
is.
to. That's
Chase
where they're
Pencil.
going to. They're giving
Can he
Chase
make a man
Pencil room
miss?
to run.
Oh,
Good.
he can't quite get there. Great play there from Steele to Pencil. Can't quite get the 1st down, but certainly enough yardage to be able to go for it here on 4th down, which is what I think Persing will do here. Looks like they've not a great spot there. I thought he got at least another yard. But they're going to go for it on 4th and 2 here.
Yeah, that was the play they ran with great success in the first half, Jimmy. And they are leaving that right flat totally open. So
This is a big down for both teams. Steele will take the snap. He's going to roll out, looking to pass. Nobody's open, and he takes it himself, and he is across for the 1st down and more. Great awareness, scrambling ability from Rylan Price in the backfield. Man, he just stays so cool under pressure. So impressed with this kid.
that is Logan Steele to a T right there, boy. He is just so dangerous back there. He's a dual threat to run at any time with the football, and boy, he just saw an opening and he took off down that sideline, and big 1st down and a big play for the sophomore.
And that's what that kind of athlete does for you. Even when everything else goes wrong, those kind of athletes can erase those mistakes. And this time Clinton up the left side. Oh, he trucks over a defender trying to keep going, but man, the defender felt that one. Clinton, you can see him here coming off the left side. Watch this first poor linebacker to the ball here. Damn. Clinton runs. He doesn't run with a really low pad level, but he still manages to get a ton of power.
That's what we always kid him about. His nickname is Herschel, for Herschel Walker out there. And, if he would just put his shoulder down, and there ain't going to be a defender that can tackle him.
So 2nd and 5 now after that 5-yard 1st down run by Clinton. And this ball is oh no! Steele doesn't fall on it. He tried to pick it up to make something happen with it and doesn't fall on it. Massive mistake there, and Lewisburg's number 34, that is Tyler Down, the senior, is there for the recovery. And Yeah, Steele, we're talking about how mentally tough he is there. That was definitely a lapse there. You got to just fall on the ball in that situation. Too high leverage of a situation to try and pick it up and make something happen with it, and that's what happens when you try to do too much.
You know, he made a big play like that in the Selinsgrove game. A snap went over his head, and your first instinct is to fall on the ball, but he picked it out, and he found 2 open wide receivers and made a big play in that Selinsgrove game. There.
Oh, wow, Clinton blowing it up in the backfield. Lewisburg gets the ball and immediately goes backwards. 3 Indians there in the backfield. Clinton unabated to the rusher. Wow, great job.
Great job by Clinton
tackler
on that. Alrighty, you know, as good as a runner he is, they say he's just, you know, even better as a linebacker.
So 2nd and 13 now for Lewisburg as the clock ticks under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter. Every drive at this point in the game so critical. Lewisburg gonna pass it this time, and they're going back to the same play. This time it falls incomplete. That was number 10, Andre Bell, in there on the coverage for the Indians.
Don't be surprised if they go back to it again. They've been very successful on the pass. Andre Bell with great coverage that time on the play. Shamokin's got to get off the field here. They got him 3rd and long, 3rd and 13. Somebody's got to come up and make a play here and get him off the field to get control of this football game.
Yeah, I don't think it would be too much of a gamble to say that they're going to try to target Jalen Walker once again on this play. The receiver all the way at the top of the screen. He's been their target on this type of situation. And that's exactly where they're going, to the top of the field. He's covered well, and it falls incomplete. There were 3 Indians out. Oh, wow, they threw the flag extremely late.
Oh, my God, who are they calling that on? I hope they're going to the offensive end for pass interference on that.
Wow, I mean,
if they call that on the defense, it would be absolutely ridiculous.
Bell was just making a play on the ball. Wow, they are calling it on him. I mean, that flag came out a good 5 seconds after the play was over.
And the flag wasn't even called by the back judge. It looked like the flag came somewhere in from the side judge.
Yeah.
It didn't even come in from the back judge.
I mean, you can see on the replay there, Bell is looking at the ball the entire time. He doesn't even, he's not even aware of where the receiver is. He's going for the ball 100%. Wow, on third and 13.
And it didn't even look like it was a catchable ball even to begin with.
Well, Shamokin's gonna have to adjust here. Flush that out.
Shamokin's just got to keep their poise here and play their game. I know Coach Persing is not happy with that call.
And all the officials are walking over to Persing. The Indian crowd really rallying after that call there. Players don't seem too down about it. They seem like they're ready to line it up again. So,
yeah, they don't seem too phased about it. They know what they got to do here.
So 1st and 10 once again. Handoff will be to Davis going up the left side. Had a bit of a hole there, but it closed up quickly. I'd say a gain of about 4 there in that 1st down carry. And that will likely be the last play of the 3rd quarter. And if it is, what a fun 4th quarter this is going to be. And yep, they're coming off the field. That's going to be it for the 3rd quarter of action here.
Well, this is the type of game that you expect for 2 7-0 teams, Jimmy.
That's exactly right. This is a gut check game. I mean, Shamokin's been in. Jersey Shore was really their only very close game. They've had a couple, 2-score games, tight one near the end, but Jersey Shore was the only really close game. But it looks like they're going to be playing another one here tonight.
Selinsgrove is getting better each and every week, and that was a tough ball game for them. We made some plays towards the end of the game to make the score, a little bit more than actually what the game kind of transpired, but. I think everybody kind of is a little surprised by this score.
I mean, regardless of the schedule for Lewisburg, if you go 7-0, you're doing some things right, and to repeatedly win week after week.
Yeah, listen, my hat's off to Lewisburg. I mean, they came in here, against a very, very good Shamokin team, and they're playing with them. They are playing with them. So it's gut check time here for the Indians.
Well, this is going to be a fun one. 2 unbeatens.
2 unbeatens going down to the wire here.
One of them is going to walk away 8-0 here tonight at Kent Memorial Stadium. 12 minutes to go in this contest. 2nd and 6 here for Lewisburg, their own 48-yard line. Handoff goes off the right side, and he will be stopped right at midfield. So gain of 2 there, brings up a 3rd down. Every 3rd down here in this 4th quarter is going to be absolutely massive. So 3rd and 4, they'll call it officially. Right at midfield here for Lewisburg. Shamokin's been
Big
better.
play here for Shamokin defense.
Shamokin's been better at stopping the run here in the second half. It's been the passing game that's killed them. So we'll see what Lewisburg elects to do here on 3rd down. And they're going to pass. Hockenbrock with the pressure on the quarterback. He looks like he's going to try and take it himself, and he has enough for the 1st down. And he gets out of bounds. And it will be 1st down Lewisburg. Great play there by the quarterback, Weinrich, there, the senior quarterback with the awareness to tuck it and run. He had a lot of green grass in front of him. Good.
Listen, that's a little different twist in the Lewisburg offense, That quarterback has only shown that he's a kind of a drop back type quarterback, but on that play he decided to roll out, showed a little bit of speed there on the edge, and got a big 1st down for him.
Yeah, it doesn't have many rushing yards on the season, but did it effectively there. So, jumbo formation here from Lewisburg. And a give will beat up Davis off the left side, and he has a big hole. Brought down, and the ball comes out, but it looks like Lewisburg falls on it. So, we'll see whether they rule if it was a fumble or not. Don't think it'll be. Pretty sure he recovered it right where he fumbled it from either way. So
yeah, it looks like they are marking that. Looks like they are marking it at the place that he recovered it. So
yeah, I mean, you can see on the replay there, the ball does look like it came out. But regardless, it'll be a 2nd and 3 now for the Dragons. On this 2nd down carry, going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like they're going to give it to him on the initial spot, and they will wave the chains forward. 1st down for Lewisburg. They're continue to drive, and these last 2 drives, Lewisburg has continually moved the chains.
Just goes to show you how big it was when we stopped that 2-point conversion on that last touchdown.
It was massive.
So we are going to force them, but there is a lot of time to play in the game. If we get a stop here, maybe they will kick it to try to make it a 2-point ball game, but Shamokin got to step up here on the defense.
Yeah, a long way to go before that. They throw a penalty marker. It looks like they're going to call a false start on number 13, the receiver Walker out there.
Yeah, it looks like they got the wide receiver moving a little bit prematurely.
So it'll bring up a 1st and 15 now for Lewisburg from the Shamokin 30-yard line. It'll be under 10 minutes remaining before they snap this next ball. Clock continues to tick in this very crucial game for both teams here. Weinrich under center, and we'll do the quick pass, and Indians sniffed that one out. They have him in the backfield. And wow, that secondary is hunting back there. Quick pass out there to Walker, and the Indians were not fooled.
Who was that? That was Chase Pencil out there making that initial hit.
Yeah, Pencil.
Boy, he reacted to that beautifully.
And I think Bickert there was there.
And then Bickert cleaned it up. So a great job by the Shamokin defense there, putting him in now in a really big 2nd and long.
This is where you got to make the stop here. You got him in a 2nd and long, not quite in field goal range yet. If you're the Indians, this is where you got to make your stand here. 2nd and long here for Lewisburg. They're going to drop back to pass and go over the middle. He has a man open, but Pencil, and he intercepts it. Chase Pencil comes over the top from his safety position, and picks it off. And that is a game-changing play there from Chase Pencil. You can see he was wide open there in the slot, and Pencil quickly flipped his hips and saw the ball. Man, he's a heat-seeking missile back there as Chase Pencil.
You talk about a big-time play, but a big-time performer in Chase Pencil. He's the senior leader on that defense, and he may have just saved Shamokin's season right there. I'll tell you what, he was open for a minute. He was open for a minute,
He was very
and
open.
Chase Pencil just made a great reaction to that play.
I mean, when the Lewisburg quarterback let go of the ball, Pencil wasn't even looking at the intended receiver. I mean, he so quickly realized what was happening, flipped his hips, got around, and made a perfect play on the ball, not only to knock it down, but to get the interception there. I mean, the senior, Chase Pencil, he's had 4 years out here perfecting his craft on both sides of the ball and special teams for Chase Pencil, and he's had his fingerprints all over this game tonight, as he does every week for Shamokin.
Logan Steele gave him that hard count again. You know, they know Lewisburg is really putting their ears back.
And Gink now breaks one, and he breaks a couple tackles all the way down to the 29-yard line. And the Indians are rolling now, got the momentum back in their favor. First down and 10 with under 9 minutes to go now in this contest. Indians still leading by 5, 17-12.
It's amazing, Jimmy, how one play can change the whole complex of the football game. Shamokin's now playing with a little enthusiasm. All right, starting to move the football, making Lewisburg back on their heels a little bit. They just got to keep it going and put this thing away.
So this time to Gink again, and tries to throw a man off, but cannot shake him. Great tackle there. The Lewisburg defender did not allow him to get more than the 1 or 2 yards that he got on that first down carry. So they've said all year that Clinton is their closer at the running back position, and you know, for good reason. He certainly can impose his will, and we'll see as we wean down this game how much they start giving Clinton these carries to really lean on the defense here.
That's a good point, Jimmy. You know, and
here he is.
You know, when we need those couple yards and we need a big first down and we need a couple yards, there's number 74 for Lewisburg going off the field. He lost his helmet, so he has to go out for a play.
So second down carry there from Clinton, gain of about 4. Brings up a 3rd and 4 here for the Indians.
Big play here for the Shamokin offense. Big play.
They've been going to pencil on 3rd down most of the night here. You got Delbaugh and Price stacked at the top of the formation, and they give it to Clinton. And not much doing there. Not much of a hole opened up for Clinton. Nowhere to go. Got maybe 1 or 2 on the carry, but it still brings up a 4th, and looks like they're going to mark it at 1. So this is a big decision here.
What do you do here, Coach? What do you do here?
Man, I would.
It looks like they're getting the heavy offense in there.
I would probably go for it.
Yep, it looks like. Yep.
Even if you don't get it and Lewisburg scores, you're going to have plenty of enough time to get the ball back, and you know all you would need is a field goal in that scenario. So, well, looks like they're going to punt it here.
Well, they're playing the law of averages. They're going to play field position here. Hopefully pin Lewisburg back a little bit. Oh.
He got it off, did Hockenbrock. And takes a good bounce. And they'll pin Lewisburg within their own 19. So Lewisburg's last drive started at their 10. And they nearly went all the way down and scored. But this time, starting at the 20-yard line officially, they're going to mark it. Huge drive for Lewisburg. Doesn't have to be said, but this is a big moment in this game.
No question in my mind, Jimmy. The Shamokin defense has really got to step up here.
They've been burned deep by Walker all night, so they really, I would put pencil out there on Walker. Well, they don't have any receivers lined up this time.
And they're going to that triple I set for him.
And I'll give it to Davis up the left side. Not much doing there. Only a gain of maybe 1.5 on that first down carry for Davis.
Davis off the left side.
They've kept Davis pretty well in check so far. I mean, not to jinx him, but you know, it's really been Walker that's hurt him instead of Davis.
Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8.
He's had some good chunk gains, but he really hasn't broken a big one yet.
Yeah, they're taking Davis out of the game here for now. That looks like they're going to an empty backfield here. Really spreading it out.
4 receivers, bring a man in motion, and
Yeah.
the quarterback's going to take it himself, and Hockenbrock misses him, but Shuey does not. Throws him down. Ooh, it looks like the quarterback's slow to get up there. Shuey
That
threw him
is
down at the end of the
big.
play, and the quarterback
That is big.
still down. Weinrich, the senior. Wow, Shuey, yeah. Big tackle there at the end. Kind of threw him over his body. And Weinrich still down. He's sitting up. He looks to be. Yeah, he looks. Yeah, he's
he
fine.
looks running
He's
off
jogging
under
off
his
the
own
field.
power.
Might have got the wind taken out a little bit. Twisted his ankle a bit, but
And he's the one that had that in the last drive, a big run, you know, out of that no backfield set. I thought he was going to break that one. He had some good yardage on the play.
so it brings up a 3rd and about 3 here for Lewisburg. Huge down here.
Third down and 3 for the Green Dragons.
Both teams get a little time to talk it over after that injury to Weinrich.
Yeah, they haven't started the play clock yet, so they have plenty of time to get the play in. They had a lot of time to talk about it over there in the sideline. They're going to an empty backfield set again.
4 receivers. Not Weinrich at quarterback this time. Number 12, and he completes the pass, and it's got the first down and more. That was number 12, Xavier Carter, the backup quarterback in there. Comes in and stays cool and collected, makes the easy first down pass, and Lewisburg moves the chains.
Boy, talk about confidence that you have in your backup quarterback to make a play like that.
Yeah, I mean, he was open, but it's nerve-wracking to come in there as the backup, not getting warmed up
To
at
make
all
that play.
and make that throw. He did it perfectly. So it looks like Weinrich is back in now at quarterback. And the handoff will go to the fullback, and he can't. That is Quinn Michaels. Can't get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, I guess he does, but he doesn't get much more.
Yeah,
2nd down and 10.
Dylan Phoenix, the outside linebacker on that play, really made a great play to hold that to an absolute minimum.
So 4:43 now on the clock. This is getting down to it. If Lewisburg continues to run the ball the way they are, this could be one of the last drives of the game.
This is
certainly
the
one of the last drives, but
This is the last time they're going to get the football, Jimmy, I think. This is the last time. Shamokin's got to stop them now.
Oh, the handoff to Davis this time, and they sniff it out. Bell is in there on the tackle, as well as Caden Parker. Parker just looks like a linebacker out there. He's
Bell.
got that neck brace out there.
Bell and Parker just made some great pursuit to the football. Caden Parker is one of those guys. Great kid. Great pursuit to the football. Good hit. Puts him in a 3rd and long situation.
So
I think Lewisburg is in 4 down. Because I don't think they'll get the ball back here.
yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see what they do here. They got
If we
4
get-
receivers. This is the biggest play of the game thus far for Weinrich. In the shotgun, drops back, looks like he might be keeping himself, and he does, but to no avail. The Indians contain Weinrich there in that 3rd down. Hockenbrock, one of the defenders, in there on the tackle, and it brings up a 4th and 9 now for Lewisburg. Big decision time here, only 3:22 remaining. I mean, you almost have to punt, but the way the Indians' offense runs time off the clock, it's a very tough decision here.
Great play by the senior leader there, you know, and Blake Hockenbrock.
So they're going to go for it. They're going to trust their offense to win this game for them.
They're going to that
4th
empty
down and
backfield
9.
set.
4 receivers, no timeouts. The play will go, and he goes deep, and he doesn't have them. That was Logan Steele in there on the coverage, and he gave him absolutely no space to try and come down with that ball. Logan Steele makes another great play in this game, this time on defense. And the Indians defense stands strong. All they have to do is run out the clock now.
What a great adjustment by the defensive coordinator here for Shamokin. You know, moving one of their best cover guys onto that wide receiver who's been really killing them. You know, and Logan Steele just had great coverage on the kid. There was no chance in completing that pass. Lewisburg has 3 timeouts here. 1 or 2 first downs ought to be able to run the clock out here and
yeah, I don't see
get out of this with a win.
Don't see any scenario where the Indians put the ball in the air here, but you never know with Coach Persing. And they give it to Gink, and he can't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see if Lewisburg starts using their timeouts here to try to preserve as much time
Should be
as they
Clinton
can.
time.
Yep. There's their first timeout that they're using, so they're going to try to preserve as much time on the clock as they can. But Shamokin's got to step it up offensively here and get a first down.
So they might have to put the ball in the air here after that first down play going backwards. It'll be 2nd and a long 10 here for the Indians. 2:46 remaining. Lewisburg has got 2 timeouts left, so they're banking on this set of downs, stopping the Indians here.
Yeah, this turned out to be a heck of a football game, Jimmy.
For sure.
You know, Shamokin got out to that early lead and thought they were going to put them away here, but Lewisburg kind of responded very positively here.
First time I've been able to make it to Shamokin football game yet this season, and I'm certainly not disappointed. This has been a fun one. So 2nd and 10 now for the Indians.
Let's see what Shamokin decides to do here.
Still got Kink in the backfield. Let's see what happens here. And Steele is going to throw it to Delbaugh, and he's got room. And he's brought down, but not before he gets a good chunk on that first down pass, at least 7 yards there. So they do keep the clock running.
Very, very, very safe. Just like running the football, Jimmy. Very, very safe. High percentage dive pass there for Delbaugh. Got some good yardage on the play. Makes the first down a little bit more manageable for him.
So Lewisburg elects not to use their 2nd timeout here, so they're letting the clock run. It's going to be under 2 minutes by the time they snap this ball here. 3rd down and 4 for the Indians. Massive, massive down here. And Steele is going to keep it himself going up the middle, and it looks like he's going to have it. He's across the 30-yard line, and that should do it, and they're going to give it to him. So first down there by Logan Steele, keeping it himself. He's made a ton of big plays tonight on both sides of the ball, and the first down for Shamokin, absolutely huge. Lewisburg only 2 timeouts. If they do get the ball back at this point, it's going to be with essentially no time left on the clock.
Can only stop the clock twice more. And
so the clock is still running. Under 1:30 now. And Steele hands it off to Gink. Bit of almost a mishap there on the exchange, but they got it figured out. And Lewisburg does elect to use their 2nd timeout now. 1:18 remaining, 1:18, remaining on the clock here for the Indians. Lewisburg with 1 timeout remaining. What a big play there.
Oh, absolutely. To get that first down, Logan Steele has been doing it all year. He's not afraid to run up the middle. All right, he will put that head down and get you the yardage that you need. And that was a big first down that was picked up by Logan. So looking at clock management, you know, we run one more play here, maybe get it down to 1:10. They'll call another timeout. 40 seconds on the play clock for the next play. At most, there's going to be 20, 25 seconds on the clock for Lewisburg.
So they got Clinton now in their running back. almost certainly it's going to be a handoff to him or Steele keeping it himself. 2nd and 10 here for the Indians. And give will be to Clinton up the middle. He's got room. He breaks some tackles, and he fights all the way across to the 20-yard line. He's going to have very close to a first down.
You called it, Jimmy. He's the closer.
He's
and
the
you
closer.
know what? I think he just kept churning and churning and churning and got the first down, which should be the ball game.
That's why you put him in the game in this situation. And Clinton ices this one with the first down, 1:11 left. Lewisburg does use their last timeout, but just going to be kneels from here on out for the Indians, and they're going to remain undefeated.
I wouldn't expect anything less here, Jimmy, but them to need a football here at this stage and get out of this night with a good win against a very good Lewisburg team.
Yeah, Persing going against his former squad here. Certainly very high emotions for a lot of these fans and coaches out here tonight. Shamokin gutted this one out. They didn't score a single point in the second half, but still managed to get there. Oh, it looks like they're going to mark it 3rd down now. They're going to say you didn't get the first down.
Oh, my God, you're kidding me.
They gave him the first down.
You talk about a late call.
Wow, so now situation changes.
Here
They're going to
comes
do
the
the push, and now they're going to get it.
Steele goes straight ahead on quarterback.
Yeah, the clock is going to stop for the first down, but now it's going to run. And if they got the first down, they could run it out here.
Yeah, they moved the chains and everything. They had a 1
Yeah,
on
I don't get that at all whatsoever.
Well, either
There
way.
were some really questionable calls, okay, in this game in the second half that went against the Indians.
So they officially, are you serious? They're marking 4th down? He got, oh, okay, now they gave it to him.
Now the referee finally signaled the first down.
Yeah, they put the 4 up on the chains over there, but there's still a 4 over there? What's going on? Okay, now he's telling him to move. All right. Finally, they get the chain screw to walk down the field. So Shamokin, after a bit of a, yeah, not quite sure what happened there, but either way, Shamokin converted on that little Shamokin shove there, and now they should be able to just salt this one away.
Yeah, I think both coaches can come out of this game happy with what happened here. Shamokin's coming out of the game with a big W, coming out of this 8-0, staying undefeated. And the Lewisburg coaching staff over there found out exactly what their team is made of, okay? And I think they could be pleased with their effort tonight. And I'm just glad Shamokin was able to come out of this with a big W and keep their momentum going here for the rest of the season.
Yeah, certainly. Shamokin was up there big early, and Lewisburg just did not quit. I mean, they scored 2 field goals in that first half, came back with another touchdown in the second half. Just wasn't quite enough for Lewisburg to overcome the Shamokin Indians tonight, and they're setting off all kinds of fireworks out here tonight. Well, I'm sure I feel that in your chest.
This is absolutely awesome. This is absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Just seeing the community support and the fan support, all right, that's supporting this ball club. They know they're part of something special here, and you know, some people may have saw this maybe as maybe too close of a game, but listen, they played a good ball club. They came out of it with a W, and that's all they could ask for, you know.
Fireworks are just so cool here. Never seen that
before. This is such a great environment right now. Such a great environment.
Kids are loving it over here. Coming over to the crowd. Thank them for coming out tonight. Student section out there on the field. Whole town is getting in on this win here. And the Shamokin Area Indians, 8-0. Who would have thought? I mean, you have a special connection to this team, being the junior high coach for the last couple years. You've coached just about every single one of these kids coming up through. So
These kids are all very, very special to me. They are a great, great group of kids. I love them. I love them to death. I see them every day at practice. They even helped us practice. They would come up and do drills with us, do drills with our kids, and make such a big impression on the junior high kids out there. And I can't thank them enough, for doing that. But a big shout out to my junior high staff who just does a great job, every year for me out there. But the junior high football program, it's a lot of fun out there. A lot of fun out there. The kids are great, and it's great to see their success once they get up into the high school level. Couldn't be more prouder, of these kids. Couldn't be more prouder.
That's the system. You get the varsity team to rack up a couple wins, and the younger kids see that. They're motivated by that, and that's how you create a sustainable program for years to come. And Coach Persing certainly taking great strides in making that a reality here at Shamokin. And yeah, like you said, these are good kids. There's a good group of kids. They're doing it the right way. They don't get big heads. I think if it would have gone to their head at this point in the season, there would be a lost column on there. But they have stayed steady, and they are 8-0. 2 games left on the season, both on the road. Next week, they're going to travel to Loyalsock to take on the Lancers. They have a winning record as well, so another tough test next week. And then, of course, the big game at the end of the season, going up against Mount Carmel, who has 2 losses on the season, but to very good opponents. Mount Carmel certainly going to be another tough game.
You're right, Jimmy, and that's going to be their biggest challenge. And I think the coaching staff will do a good job to keep them focused. They always had that next game mentality, that they aren't looking ahead to that game, but that's going to be their biggest challenge. Everybody in the community is talking about it, but that's going to be their biggest challenge this week, that they're not looking ahead to that Mount Carmel game, and they got to take care of business against Loyalsock. And
they're still going with these fireworks here. It looks
get
like
the win.
They didn't score a whole lot of touchdowns, so they have
This
a lot
is
left
awesome.
over here.
Yeah, they probably have a lot of fireworks left over. But, Jimmy, it's been a pleasure working with you tonight. This has been a new experience for me. And
I had a great time. You killed it.
I hope we did. Wait.
I hope you guys enjoyed out there in the YouTube crowd. We had a good time calling this one tonight. The Shamokin Area Indians advance to 8-0, beating the Lewisburg Green Dragons, who fall to 7-1 on the season. Shamokin next week traveling to Loyalsock to take on the Lancers. And that'll do it for us here at Shamokin Area Television. I'm Jameson Kramer. I was joined by Joe Haddock on the broadcast tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great night.
Let's go, Indians.